Hi, my name is Jim Steller. I'm the provost here at the University at Albany. Provost is the chief academic officer, although if you look it up on Wikipedia, it will also mention in the military that it's the keeper of the prisons, but we'll forget about that. I wanted to be a surfer. I grew up in the 60s, and I accomplished that.
Hi, I'm Mike Christakis. I'm the Vice President for Student Success here at the University at Albany, and I'm concerned with your success. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a school bus driver. I was very intrigued by those large yellow buses, and at the end of the day I still stayed in education, so I still found it very successful.
Hi, I'm Ed Engelbreit. I'm the Associate Vice President for Student Success here at the University at Albany. I got my undergraduate degree in biology. When I was very young, I wanted to be an animal trainer, and I morphed into a firefighter.
Good afternoon. I'm Clarence McNeil, Assistant Vice President for Student Success. I wanted to be a teacher when I grew up. You know, I've had great teachers, throughout my career, elementary, high school, middle school, and obviously in college. And, those are the folks that had the most impact on me.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Riggi. I go by Cindy. I'm an Assistant Vice President here at the University at Albany for Student Success. I always wanted to be a marine biologist. And it's funny thinking back on that because I don't like to go into the ocean and I really don't like to swim very much, but it was dolphins that I thought I was going to spend my life with. So that obviously did not pan out, and then I also thought I was going to be a Broadway musical performer, which also didn't work out, so I ended up becoming a business major.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Altariba, Vice Provost and Dean for Undergraduate Education. As Dean for Undergraduate Education, I have the Dean's List, and I really want to see all of you make it on that list. You know, I was very lucky that I became a professor because when I was very young, I always wanted to play school and be teacher. So it's very exciting for me to be able to do that. The part that kept changing is a professor in what area. So it took me a little while in college and taking the general education courses to find out finally that psychology was the thing that I was most interested in.
My name is Carol Stenger. I serve as the director of the Advocacy Center for Sexual Violence here on campus. Early on, I think I grew up on Long Island. I saw my first Broadway show when I was pretty young and loved it. And I still love the theater and always wanted to be a singer and dancer on Broadway.
Hello, my name is Equil King. I'm the director of the Office of Intercultural Student Engagement here at the University at Albany. And I'd like to first of all welcome your family to joining the University at Albany family. So when I was a kid, I was mostly interested in making sure that I earned money. I grew up really poor in the South Bronx, and my family wanted me to be a doctor. And so I thought that I wanted to be a doctor as well.
Hi, my name is Chantal Cleary, and I'm the University at Albany's Title IX coordinator. My job here at the university is to coordinate the institution's response to sexual violence or sexual misconduct on our campus. Primarily that means that it's my job to respond when there is sexual violence on our campus by doing an investigation into the allegations, an investigation that is prompt and fair to both sides, and then making appropriate referrals. When I was a little girl, I just wanted to be a police officer. That kind of then moved into I wanted to be an FBI agent. So I wound up not becoming a police officer. Instead, I went to law school and I became a prosecutor. I was a special victims prosecutor for about 10 years prior to joining the University at Albany.
Hello, my name is Edelgard Wohlford. I go by Elga, and I'm Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. As you can hear from the accent I did not grow up in this country. I grew up in Germany, and we saw a lot of American movies. And I was always really impressed by the horses, and so when I was a young kid, I wanted to become a cowboy. I think fortunately that changed then later in life, and I ended up then studying business and later on psychology.
Hi, my name is Jim Van Voorst. I'm the Vice President for Finance and Administration here at the university. Well, I always wanted to be an accountant. Since I was little, I enjoyed business. I enjoyed how things work, figuring out how things work effectively, and efficiently. And in my job, that's what I do, making sure that things are working properly and as efficiently as possible.
So I'm James Diaz, and I'm the Vice President for Research at the University at Albany. So I grew up in Hawaii, and I had a very idyllic life as a child, and I suppose you could say that I was a perfect candidate for a liberal arts education, because really I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't really have any aspirations about wanting to be a particular type of person, a fireman or a doctor or even a superhero. I just lived my life as a child, and it was a pretty good life.
I'm Mark Benson. I'm the athletic director at UAlbany. I started in September. What did I want to be when I grew up? Probably a ski instructor or a cast member on Saturday Night Live, and I've been told I'm a bad skier, not very funny, so obviously that didn't work out. I went to college. I got my undergrad. I got my degree in business management, and had no clue what I wanted to do when I grew up, other than maybe to not grow up. But you'll find that your path will take different directions. I went into started my own little sports marketing company. I went into pharmaceutical sales, didn't like that, and eventually wound back in college athletics, where I had a real love for marketing, fundraising, the business side of sports. So I had never had any idea when I left college or was in college that I would be an athletic director one day. So.
Hi, my name is Noah Simon. I'm the Director of Career Services here at the University at Albany. When I was a kid, when I was a really young kid, I wanted to be a professional football player. And more specifically, I wanted to play for the New York Jets. As I got older, I really thought I wanted to work in a career in finance and on Wall Street. I grew up about 45 minutes north of New York City and thought that's where I want to be. And even got my undergraduate degree in economics and was interviewing at a time for jobs down on Wall Street and realized this isn't what I wanted. And really came to the realization that all I really wanted to do was help people.
Hi, my name is Lori Garafola, and I'm one of the Assistant Vice Presidents for Student Success and the Director of Residential Life. When I was a child, one of the first things I wanted to be was an astronaut. And it kind of made sense to me because at that time in my life, the first man walking on the moon, and, the whole idea of being an astronaut was, it's like being a celebrity. And then I kind of quickly moved on and decided I wanted to be a flight attendant, which was very interesting to me because at that point in my life I had never even flown on a plane. And finally, by the end of my elementary school years, I wanted to be a teacher.
Hi, I'm Leanne Werkala, Chief of Staff to President Robert J. Jones here at the University at Albany. I'm a first-generation college student. So when I was young, when I was very young, my greatest aspiration was to be a mother. And I had no idea what college was or that it existed. And people in my family weren't talking about what a transformational life experience it was or it could be. So as I was growing, my other aspiration was to be a writer.